Hey guys, Gigi with Go Go Glam. I'm going to walk you through how to put together a balloon tower. In your kit, you're going to have either a number or you're going to have a main character or shape that's going to go on the top. You might have Mylar accents, and you're going to have your assembly kit. Your assembly kit's going to have these little mini balloons. This is how we're going to make your weight. You're also going to have these long skinny balloons. They might be clear, they might be white, they might be pink. These are what you're going to use to assemble the main part of the tower. You will, if you have 5-inch balloons, you're going to have these little rubber bands. If you have Mylar, you're going to have these little glue strips. You'll still have glue strips for the 5-inch balloons because you can also use these to add those, but it is just as easy to use these bands. So the first step is going to be to take one of these little double stuffed 5-inch balloons. Now these are doubled because you're actually going to take them and you're going to fill it with water. This is how you're going to weight down the tower itself. If you have something else that you want to weight it down, you absolutely can do that. Washers work well. You have to have quite a few of them to create enough weight. What's really nice about this is that you can make these really small and they're still quite heavy. We double them up just to prevent any leaking or the possibility of it popping. When we get to the step where we put this in, I'm going to show you how you pull it tight. I have yet to have one pop. But if it's somewhere where you don't want water spill, just keep in mind that I suppose it can happen. It is a balloon, and if it rubs against something sharp, it will definitely pop. You'll want to stretch both necks around the top of your sink, and you're going to want to fill it about this full, which is about the size of a clementine. You don't need to be much bigger than that, but you want to have at least enough water in there to weight it down. Then you will only tie the inside balloon. It's going to make it a lot easier. If you try to tie both of them, that gets really tricky. So just after it's got water in it, stretch this top one and tie that. Next step is going to be inflating your Mylar number. We don't recommend using electric inflators for the Mylar, which is kind of a pain, but it can damage the valves actually on any of the Mylar. Sometimes there's just too much air that goes through and it affects the seal. And you can really easily pop your balloons if you're not very careful. So make sure to watch the video on how to inflate Mylar just to make sure that you don't pop your balloons unnecessarily. Set that aside. Now I'm going to start inflating my balloons. So I'm starting with orange, which is my base. This is my bottom color. This is how most people want to inflate balloons because this is how you do it when you're using helium, but it's way too big for any kind of balloon installation. So we want it to be about almost half that size. This is about 10 inches across, just as a reference. If you do this a lot, they have balloon sizers. Those are really great because then you make sure that all of your balloons are exactly uniform. And for towers, that's really nice, but you can kind of work around it. You don't have to have one of those. It is a good idea to inflate your balloon to that nice full size and then let the air out. It actually helps make the latex a little bit more stretchy, and it is kind of a technique to keep it from popping. So I'm just letting this out. I want to make sure that these are as close to the same size as possible. So if I have to add a little, take a little out, and I'm rounding them as I'm deflating them, and then I'm crisscrossing the necks, flipping that over. That's just to seal the air in so that they don't leak or change size, because if you can see, nothing's getting out now. They're just twisted around each other. And then I'm going to tie. And you can tie twice. I don't tie all of my balloons twice, but it does create kind of a tighter seal. So for something like a tower, it's pretty easy to just add that extra knot. So like that. And I'm going to take these, I'm going to crisscross the necks, like so. And then I just want to do one twist. So just one. One twist. If you're doing a mixed pattern, what you'll want to do is you'll pair like melon with peach, like so. That way also when you crisscross them, they're going to go like that. And then you're going to flip one over. So that you have this configuration. So that way you have it kind of evenly mixed. And then you'll do the same thing with the next stack. And then as you put them together, you can just kind of twist them. The next stack, you want to make your 11-inch balloons a little bit smaller. because everything is going to sort of taper upwards, so I'm just going to size them compared to these. One twist like so, and what's going to happen is this is going to sit on top of here. Right now, if these are doing this, don't worry about it. We're going to take care of that in the next step. So don't stress if they're not staying flat. That's not the end of the world. And then even smaller on the top tower. So in reality, these should be even smaller than they are. I even have a tendency to not go quite as small as they could be on the top, but it's not the end of the world if they're not much smaller. You just don't want them bigger because you don't want to have it taper the wrong way. Now that we have all of our balloons inflated, we're going to go ahead and get started with assembling the stack. The first thing you'll want to do is grab your weight. I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these long skinny balloons, the 260 twisters, and I'm just going to tie it around the neck. So I'm just going to tie these two balloons together. Just tie them like that in a knot so that I've got this here. I'm going to take this and set it in the center of my bottom row. Seat that in there like that, and I do want to pull it tight so that it sits up into the balloons. If I leave this too loose, then it's going to dangle. I don't know if you can see how well you can see that, but if it's too loose, it's going to dangle and then it's more likely to hit the floor. So if you pull it tight, it will actually sit up in the balloons and it shouldn't touch the floor at all. Go ahead and do that. Pulling my 260 up, and then I'm going to wrap this 4 times. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, wrapping it around each balloon. I'm going to do that at every step. It helps keep the tension even on the tower so it doesn't tilt one way or the other, and it also keeps it so the balloons don't start slipping off to one side. So make sure that you wrap 4 times on each row. I'm going to fit that in there like that. If you have a mixed pattern, just make sure you like the arrangement, twisting things around, moving things as you need. So make sure it's nice and flat. This is kind of fitting in this crease right here, so they're offset. Taking this and just pulling it up, and I'm going to go 1, around that one 2, and then around the back one 3. That way it's pulled down evenly on all 4 sides. So I've essentially wrapped it around each of the 4 balloons. Okay. Take my top stack, same thing, offset it, make sure it is exactly where I want it to be. And I'm going to pull this a little tight. I don't want it loose. If it's loose, then these are gonna, these will be like this. I don't want that, okay? So before you wrap, push the stack down, pull this up, do your first wrap, second, third, 4, like so. That way everything stays nice and tight together. I'm going to take this, I'm going to tie it to one of these tails up top here, just to close it off, to call it good. Tie it once and twice, give it a nice knot. You want to make sure it doesn't come undone. And then I'm going to grab a scissors and we're just going to trim this out. So depending on how much of the 260 you have left, you may want to use this for here, or you might want to save it for adding some of the Mylar in. So I'm going to use this little half guy. I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to grab a full one because you'll have a couple of these in your kit. So you start with a full one. I want to take this and I'm going to tie it around the valve on the number. These little tabs with holes in them, don't use those. These are not meant for towers. This is for if you were floating it with helium. If you really want to use the valve because you need to go, don't go through these little holes. Don't try to use these. These are going to tear. I can just easy, easy, easy. I'm recycling this one, so it already has a little 260 on there, but I'm just going to take this, tie it around the valve, tie it in a tight knot. You don't want it to slip, so just tie it nice and tight, like so. Word of caution that the number 4 is always the trickiest. 5's a little tricky depending on where this valve is. The valve is also kind of meant to be tied to a ribbon when you're floating it with helium, and so sometimes they're offset. Sometimes they're off to the sides, and when they're off to the sides, it's harder to get this to seat down right in the middle. So you might have it kind of like, it might kind of float out on the outside, and it just depends on which number. 1, 2, 3 are all in the center. 4s are kind of off to the side, and 5s vary. I've seen them with them in the middle and I've seen them with them on the side. So just don't stress out too much if that's the case. And it might just kind of be that your number sits at a little bit of an angle, or it sits kind of out here, and that's okay. I've got this tied. I'm going to set this in the middle. I find the prettiest side and I face my number that way. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to give this a little pull, and I'm going to pull it down the center of the balloon. So down the center, like so. And on the bottom, I'm gonna wrap it once, twice, 3 and 4. Same as what we did with these. That's gonna make it nice and secure. If you have 5-inch balloons and you don't have any Mylar, you can go ahead and add those now. So my favorite technique is gonna be to tie them in a set of 3. So you inflate them and tie them. Make sure we're following the proper inflating techniques. This is way too big. It does not fit well. It does not look right. You do not ever want your balloons to be this big. Half that size. Nice little round, about the size of an orange, grapefruit. Not quite a grapefruit. That's even a little big. So nice and small. And then you will have these nice little clusters. So step 1. So I'm going to add a cluster of 3. I'm going to take these rubber bands, wrap it around my cluster, and I'm going to come in here and pop that in right there. I can keep adding the other clusters the same way. Or you'll have one of these glue strips. This is plenty to put the little 5-inch balloons on because you don't need much. That's sufficient. Some of the glue strips have the sticky part on the brown, and some of them have the sticky part on the white. The manufacturer just keeps changing it on us, so just peel it away, and yeah, this one's the white one. This one's the white. So I'm just going to take this. I like to mark where it needs to be. I don't want to just pop this on here. I want to actually mark with my finger. That's where I want it to be. Like that. Hold that for about 3-4 seconds, just to give it a chance to peel off. And then in it goes, like so. When you're using glue strips, the rule is never move it once it's in place, because otherwise things will pop. We are going to cover quick how to add the different Mylar. If you have something that's a little bit larger, like this guy, either a round or one of our starburst shapes, football, things like that, anything that sits like this, you're going to take about 1/2 of a 260. So I'm just using the leftover that I had from earlier. Again, I'm going to take it and I'm going to tie it around the valve, just like I did with the number. I'm going to tie it twice, just to make sure it's nice and tight. This is how we add these into our garlands, so it's the same process. I want it to be right here, so I'm just going to take this coming underneath the top stack, okay? Underneath the top stack, and then I'm actually just tying it. You can see that, but I'm just going to tie it to itself. I like to leave a little bit. I don't want to tie it so tight that I can't move it, so leave a little bit of stretch. If you tie it too tight, it's hard to kind of rearrange things. So give it a little bit of stretch, like so. I'm just going to turn and look at it, make sure I'm liking how it's sitting. There we go. And then I like to put the Mylar on before the 5-inch balloons, because then I can see where I need to fill, the gaps I need to fill. I always like to put 5-inch balloons right here, because you're always going to have a little more of a gap. It just kind of helps cover in that hole. Before we move on to the mini Mylar, if you have like a planet, make sure you check the other links on this page for how to make the planet, but you're going to tie it in the same way that we did the Mylar right here. Make sure if you've got daisies or planets or any other things that we don't cover in this video, there will be links on your tutorial page so that you can see how to assemble them first and then add them in. For daisies, my recommendation to tacking those on is using the glue strips, just tacking them in after you've made them. Mini Mylar, you are going to have these little guys and you'll have a little straw. This is not the one you'll have, this is just the one I'm using so you can see it because it's white. You want to be careful with these valves and they can be finicky. I have a video on inflating the different Mylar. They're all a little different and I try to cover as many of the valves as I can just to make it easier for you guys when you're doing this. You do just want to make sure that you're being very gentle when you're putting the straw into the valve. So I'm just doing these light twists and just waiting for it to give way. If it's not giving way, it could be that you're not actually in the valve. So just keep that in mind. And I only go down about yay far. And then I'm going to inflate this. Personally, I like to hide this little guy. I don't want to see it. So I'm going to just put it on here and tape it to itself. I usually use gaffing tape or masking tape. I don't have any on me right now, so I just used a little bit of the glue strip, but I do recommend just taping it back just to hide that. And then let's say we're gonna add it in here. It's really important when you're adding the Mylar to your towers or to any latex. You wanna put the glue on the latex first. It just sticks to the latex initially easier. So I've already peeled that, I'm gonna set that there. I do want to mark where I want this, and I want to have the broadest spot. That's where I want to attach it, so I'm just going to put my thumb there. I'm just going to take this piece of glue strip, I'm going to put it on here, and I'm going to count to like 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rubbing it just to make sure it kind of is adhering to each of the sides. If you're pulling it away and the glue strip is pulling back, just keep rubbing it, give it a little bit longer. Temperature differences and dryness conditions can affect the glue. Oh, science. Let me take this. This is really important. You're gonna need to hold this for about 10 seconds just to give the glue a chance to bond to the Mylar. So we're gonna put that there and push them together and count to 10. And now I can add in the remaining 5-inch balloons around the edges. Other than that, you're all set. Some of our towers do have Mylar that is not built in, or maybe you want to add a shape. You want to like put a little dinosaur on the side or something that's not going to like incorporate into the actual tower itself. That is where the glue strips come in quite handy. So this doesn't match, but if you, for instance, if you had something that wanted to like lean out on the outside, or we have like a rocket ship, you're just going to attach it in a few different spots, but you can just kind of glue it in and glue it kind of on the side or out front. Of course, this isn't really gonna work here, but like hypothetically, if you wanted to kind of put it right there, you are gonna just use the glue strip and kind of fit it in a spot where you can attach it and kind of secure it using these. So that's how you put together your balloon tower. If you guys have any questions or you get stuck, make sure you reach out to us. If you are on your tutorial page, make sure that you're looking at all the other links and the information that's there for you. It's just going to make the whole process go a lot easier, and it's going to cover maybe some of the stuff that we didn't in this tower here.